social media, hot topics, our economy, technology, or interaction. The Michael Garfield Show on the 950.
Be your superhero, or even if I tumble fall, I'm okay. You know I need you desperately.
And now, the world according to Garf.
All right, we welcome you back to the World According to Garf. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing well. Phone number here, 713-212-5950. But easy does it. If you call right now, we're going to put you on hold for just a few minutes because it's just the time of the week where we sit down to talk real estate. Nobody better than that than Shannon Register. You hear her radio program Sundays at 1 o'clock, but she spends a few minutes right now. How are you on this beautiful Friday?
Doing fantastic.
Then how's the real estate market? That's the question.
The market is great. If you're a seller, now's the time to sell.
You know, every week we talk about that. Seller's market, seller's market, seller's market. And actually, you're kind of in a conundrum. I think there's so many people looking to buy, not enough houses who are listed over there.
That's right.
And so you're banging your shoe on the table. Sell your house, sell your house. Now's the time to do it.
That's right. I actually have buyers who are looking in neighborhoods, and there are not any houses for sale in those neighborhoods. So I'm having to go to those neighborhoods and actually, send letters and call these people and say, okay, I have people who want to live in this neighborhood. Have you thought about selling your house? So if you have thought about selling your house, now's the time. We have low inventory throughout the Houston market, and we really need houses. People are looking to buy. People have decided it's time to buy. We've come out of our recession and everybody's getting back to normal. They're ready to make that move, and there's just not enough inventory.
It's kind of, are you trick or treating? Are you going house to house knocking, going, would you like to sell your house? I mean,
well, I send out letters, and we just look for people who are in a situation where they are thinking about, because some people will start thinking about moving a couple years out, and if there's something to give them that little push, they might be ready to move a little sooner.
And I guess the push is now is the time where you're probably going to get more dollars for your home than in a down recession.
And a few months ago, well, even over the last 2 years, really, when it's been a buyer's market, buyers have been getting a lot of seller concessions. When they go to close, the sellers help them with those closing costs. But now you're in a seller's market, you're not seeing that as much. So sellers who were worried about having to help pay closing costs, they're not having to do that as much now. So you can pretty much get away with not giving the seller concessions to buyers.
Is it better if people are thinking about it right now after that they're hearing you say this, and there's nothing for sale in their neighborhood, and all of a sudden one house like their house goes on sale, that they can get even higher value versus if 10 homes are for sale in a neighborhood?
Yes, we are seeing prices go up in a lot of neighborhoods, which is very good news. Because that's what a lot of sellers have been waiting for.
Don't laugh. After we sign off, I may have to start putting mine on the market listed. I don't know. I got kids to put through college.
It's that time of year. It's spring. I mean, this is when people get motivated to buy. So it's a good time of year to list.
Shannon Register joining me here for a few minutes. You hear her real show, 1 o'clock, Real Estate Radio. We'll give you the website for that. Speaking of spring, it's a spring home and garden show going on this week, and you guys are participating.
Absolutely. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday at the Woodlands Home and Garden Show. That's at the Marriott, the Waterway Marriott in the Woodlands. And we're going to be there Saturday 9 to 7 and Sunday 10 to 6. So we'll have a booth. So if you are thinking about buying or selling, you can stop by there, and we can talk to you about real estate. We'll have agents there from Register Real Estate Advisors, and we'll be broadcasting our show from there. And you can call in. If you can't make it to the Woodlands, you can call into the show at 281-882-8088, and we'll answer those questions on the air. And we've got a really cool little freebie going right now.
We like it, freebie.
So we have these booklets that are put out by the National Association of Realtors, and they are buyer guides for people who are thinking about buying. It gives them lots of great information. So if you call in with a real estate question, we'll send you the book.
We like that.
Yes.
That's good. What's that phone number one more time?
281-882-8088, and leave us your address, which we won't put on the air, and we'll mail you the book, and then we'll answer your real estate question on the air.
Oh, it's a great book. I thumbed through it, and they're good tips. People think
a lot of great information.
Yeah, people think, I'm going to look on the internet thing, but the fact is, if you have you're local. I mean, you know more about this market, and you've sold in this market, and you've helped people sell in this market, and so that's why this book comes in very handy. Because can I have your autograph on one? You're an author. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's a great buyer's tip guide. I mean, it just really helps you go through the process to know what's coming next, how to do everything, how to pick your lender, how to figure, how to write the contract, what are the things that are negotiable. It just helps you get through the process. And of course, your realtor is going to help you through that process as well. But it's good to have that knowledge and that background going into it.
Shannon Register joining us over here. It's Real Estate Radio. If you want to be interviewed, hit up the Woodlands Home and Garden Show. Always a great home and garden show. This is one of the first times I'm not participating in it because I got some other things going on this weekend, but it's a Waterway Marriott. I always like walking through there because this is the perfect time of year. It's spring cleaning, and they have so many neat ideas for, hey, listen, if you want to get your garage in shape or, declutter this, or if you want to build these new, bookshelves that turn into a bed or something like that. People, I don't know, when it says home and garden show, I don't know if they're in the mindset of, I need to get a new home, but that's why you're there. I typically don't see realtors. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for you to be there where people, you may give them the idea, screw it, don't even update your home, just go get a new home.
These are the things you need to do to get your home ready. So go ahead and get these floors, go ahead and do this and that. There are a lot of vendors there that can help you get your house ready to sell.
At what point do you start determining the ROI of when to get a new floor, when to get a new siding, when to get roofing versus, let me just sell it and not pay the money up front?
You really have to talk to your realtor and find out what homes in there are selling for, because you don't want to be the only house in the neighborhood that's completely renovated. You want to be comparable to the other home sales, because you're not going to get a lot of money on top of the other home sales to make up for a new kitchen, a new bath. But if all the houses that are selling are renovated, then you kind of have to do it to be competitive. So, you really have to know your market, and that's where your realtor comes in handy.
Talk a lot about the Woodlands, specifically this weekend, because you're going to be at the Woodlands Home and Garden Show, I know, on Saturday and Sunday. Woodlands is hot. Now, it's always been hot, but the fact is, the Exxon's moving in with 12,000 jobs. Does the Woodlands have enough room to continue to expand, to build homes?
They do not. They're kind of landlocked. So they do have, there are 2 new master plan communities going in between Spring and the Woodlands. So we have seen the developers already in there working. When you drive by, you can see all that development going on. And so those are houses that should be ready by next spring for sure. And
if not, our listeners right now in the Woodlands who may not even be thinking of moving, knowing that you're going to get an influx of job and people moving in, now may be the time to call you to see, hey, it could be worth listing because people are starting to look for homes in the Woodlands.
That's right. It's a great time to sell.
You ever recommend, you like new or do you like used homes?
It depends on the family. It just depends on your preference, really. I like resale homes because, if you don't have a lot of money to put into the home after you purchase it, you don't want to go new, because when you buy a new house, there's a lot of stuff to buy. Curtains, blinds, your refrigerator. There's so many things to purchase once you buy a new home. So for families that don't have a lot of extra income to spend on those sort of things, I say buy a resale, because sometimes you can get a resale with a refrigerator, with everything you need, where you just move in and live there and you're good to go. With a new construction home, you may have to sod the backyard, you may have to put up a fence. I mean, there's a lot of things you may have to do that the builder's not doing. So it just depends on how much income you have available for those things. If you can afford a new home and get everything you want with it, then new's always nice,
Make sure you look for that home theater, the home media center, because if not, I can help you build one from my technology side. Shannon, it's great to have you over here. One more time, how about the phone number and the website in case anybody needs to get in hold of you?
The website is HoustonRealEstateRadio.com, and as you know, we video all of our segments, so you can go on there and see past segments as well. 281-882-8088 is our call-in number, and we'll be happy to answer your real estate questions.
Well, good. Well, anybody heading out this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, check it out at the Woodlands Home and Garden Show. You get to meet her in person, the TV radio personality star.
I love meeting. I know it's great talking to buyers and sellers in person.
Real estate guru Shannon. Thanks much. Have a great weekend out there.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we're near the top of the hour. Here's what I want you to do. One more call. Now you can call my number, 713-212-5950, as it's the final hour of my work weekday. It's Michael Garfield on the World According to Garf. Be right back on the other side.